So, I'm about to show you a complete invasion at the United States southern border. This has been intentional and deliberate from everything that I can tell. One of Biden's first acts as commander-in-chief was to stop the Trump's border wall because it was considered racist. I started this YouTube channel because I realized the whole world lost their mind and I couldn't stay silent anymore. Strong leadership is needed like any other time in American history. And I realize my nation's history has not been perfect and we should address those things. At the same time, I love this country and I would die for this country. And it is the finest nation in the world. Biden should have been impeached for this just alone, possibly been impeached for several other things as well. And anyone who votes for him is voting for the destruction of this nation. Biden is only in office because people didn't like Trump. He didn't get voted because people really wanted him in office. All he had to do was stay quiet and do his job. Instead, he has been the most radical president in U.S. history. Let's take a look at the complete chaos at our southern border. And let me make this very clear. I don't blame these people for trying to get into our country. Many of these people are good people looking for a better life for themselves, and they shouldn't be faulted for that. But we must do things systematically and legally. This is not an anti-immigration video. Many bad people are looking to sneak into this country with the good people. And later on, I'm going to show you another video on why I believe that they're doing this. But first, let's take a recent look at a video that was released yesterday at the U.S. border. So as you can see, complete chaos at the southern border. And that's why our soldiers in that situation were completely overpowered. They were totally powerless. This video right here is showing why Biden cannot have a second term. And anyone who votes for him is again voting for the destruction of this nation. But I understand many will vote for Biden because they are just scared of the boogeyman in Trump. But before the 2020 election, I heard conservative news outlets saying the Dems' plan was to open the borders and let millions of illegal immigrants pour into the country. This would be done for several reasons, they said. Some suggested that this was to try to overwhelm the U.S. government financially in an attempt to collapse our financial system, possibly leading to us to join a one world currency. Because if these people are getting benefits at a rate of a $60,000 package per person, this would certainly and could certainly collapse the U.S. government. Others were suggesting that they will open up the borders and turn them into loyal Democrat voters at some point in the future. I thought at this time that these new commentators were paranoid and losing their minds. But now it doesn't seem so crazy anymore, does it? Let us first remember that there are millions here already illegally that have no clear path to citizenship. And many are suggesting that the 28 million immigrants have been added to this country during Biden's term. 28 million would be more people than a majority of the states in the United States. But I said the Democrats could never pull off the open borders many people thought. But they did. And even worse, our government allowed this to happen. I realize that the Democrats have control of the Senate at this point. But the even greater question remains, why are Biden and the Democrats doing this? Why would they do this? Why are they not stopping this? Why are they allowing this? And a matter of fact, Biden, every step of the way, produced countermeasures to go against anything that would stop the inflood of illegal immigration. So like in the Rio Grande River, we saw that they put up buoys and the Biden administration sued to make sure that they were taken out. So these things would definitely help deter illegal immigration, but every step of the way, Biden voted against these things. And I hope this video will provide some insights onto why this next video I'm about to see. You see here that this was released on Twitter.
The Democrat open borders plan to entrench single-party rule, explained in under 2 minutes. 1. Flood the country with untold millions of illegals by land, sea, and air from all over the world, enough to eclipse the populations of 36 individual U.S. states so far. 2. Prioritize the needs of these millions of non-citizens over the needs of the American citizen, with free flights, buses, hotels, meals, and phones, ensuring their loyalty to the political party that imported them. 3. Keep them in the country at all costs, even when they commit violent crime like murder and rape. Attack the language used to describe the criminals, as opposed to the criminals themselves. Slander critics as racist. 4. Ensure their privileges are made irrevocable with city and state sanctuary laws that act as population magnets. Codify permanent status and ensure non-cooperation with ICE. 5. Count the non-citizens in the census that will determine congressional apportionment in the House of Representatives. As of now, that would equal 13 extra congressional districts, a tremendous amount of electoral power. 6. Wage a massive, heavily funded lawfare campaign to change state voting laws that legalize mass mail-in ballots, no signature verification, and no proof of citizenship requirements, making it nearly impossible to prove voter fraud. 7. Lock in the permanent voting majority with campaign promises of lavish benefits and permanent privileges, enshrining generational fealty to the Democrat Party. 8. Win elections. 9. Entrenched single-party rule has been achieved. The best part? Your tax dollars are paying for it. The Democrat...
Yeah, so you're seeing here, pretty scary what's happening at the border right now. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing this video. We've got to get a hold of things in this country and push back. We've got to stand up. And in 2024, at the election, we've got to vote to get this guy out of office. President Biden should not be allowed another term for this alone, let alone many other things. So basically what I'm saying here, I'm in New York City, okay? And I'm in Queens, New York City, which is considered the most ethnically diverse region in the world. And I love this. At my local church, we have over 90 different nations present at our local church. And it's just tremendous to have this. Many of my friends are here in this country illegally. Some of them gained path to citizenship, some of them didn't. And I love all people from all different nations, and God certainly does. And heaven is going to be like that one day. It's going to have nations from all over the world that are before God just worshiping him. At the same time, what we're seeing here in New York City is utter madness. And this has gotten out of control. New York City can't handle the crisis. And the New York State mayor is saying that they can't handle this and it could collapse the state financially. So guys, the reason why I'm doing this video is we got to get to the polls in November and we got to vote the Democrats out of office. We got to vote Biden out of office. This is madness. And again, this is not an anti-immigration video. A lot of immigrants are just fine people looking for a better life. And we do want to help people. We want to have hearts of compassion. And we really do want to help people, but we can't just let anyone in with no restrictions, with no overview and management of this. We've got to get people into the country systematically, a little at a time, to make sure that bad characters aren't getting here as well. But right now, as you see, the open borders are completely open, and it looks like this might have been all part of the plan. Thanks for watching today.